Welcome to the James Johnston Football Channel.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Pinch me, I'm dreaming. It's James and Tom doing a video.
Oh God, it's been a long time.
Yeah, I think we didn't know Arsenal videos whatsoever. Maybe we knew then.
Yeah, I think we didn't want to. We knew what was to come, and we didn't want to be in a compilation video on YouTube of Arsenal fans getting carried away and saying we're definitely going to finish third. We're coming for you, Chelsea.
We're definitely finishing fourth.
Yeah.
Oh no,
it is nailed on.
Yeah,
and then looking very.
We're going to beat
silly.
Liverpool in this semi-final, Tom. Trust me. And then we're gonna win. We're gonna beat Chelsea. We're gonna win. We're gonna win the Carabao Cup. Yeah.
So it's probably for the best, really.
Yeah. No, we are not on any compilations of misery of Arsenal fans, which is quite nice actually.
Makes a change.
It does make a change. Yeah. So first and foremost, how are you doing, Tom? Are you all good?
Yeah, you know.
yeah. If the regular viewers are coming back, we've got the new ones, but if the regulars are coming back, just Tom is doing well. I am doing well.
But I never said I was doing well. I just sort of avoided the question.
Oh, okay. So, well, you're okay. You're here, which is the main thing.
Yeah, I'm alive.
Yeah, you're here in person, but maybe mentally and physically your mind might be elsewhere.
Oh, just drop that. Yeah, you know. I'm down an appendix since the last time we had a video.
Oh God, yeah. And you're a married man. You weren't married the last time we did a video either.
Oh God, no, I wasn't.
Yeah. And it was a lovely wedding. If anybody,
the getting married and the appendix being gone are not related. They were separate. They were separate incidents.
Yeah. Two separate occasions.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the Arsenal review video. We did one last year. We cannot do it in the same format as since we've last done a video. We have pretty much cancelled all of our subscriptions that we use for photo making services.
Yeah.
But to be fair, if you're watching it, you majority of people are going to watch this are Arsenal fans or people who want to laugh at Arsenal fans. You're going to know what the squad is, so there's no need to put pictures and everything. You know who they look like. You know who they are. You know how they've let you down. So that's the way we're going to go. But first of all, I thought we'd go into like the positive side of it before we stick knives in. So first and foremost, Tom, who was your Arsenal player of the season? I know last year it was Rob Holding, which people were like, Rob Holding. But there were a few that were like, no, I respect his opinion. But
he was very good.
Is he 2 for 2?
Absolutely not. No, no. He's massively made me look a right idiot.
Yeah,
shown me right up. So no, he's not my player of the season. My player of the season this year is Martin Ødegaard.
Oh, fantastic! That has saved me a bunch of time because he's mine as well.
I think I didn't really understand the negativity of Arsenal fans when we signed him. They're like, he's rubbish. Because I felt like that was the narrative for a lot of Arsenal fans.
Well, they wanted Maddison, didn't they? I was one.
Yeah, but
just because I thought he scored more goals, I was like, well, we need goals. I don't know if Ødegaard will score enough goals.
No, well, he didn't really, did he? But
yeah, but no, it's night and day, mate. When you look at watch him,
yeah. But I thought he did really well on loan with us last season. I was ecstatic. I think 30 million we signed him for, something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's a bargain in today's market.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when he's on song, he absolutely runs the show. He's like Özil, but with work ethic.
Yeah.
So I think he was by far our best player.
Yeah, I mean he made 36 Premier League appearances. 32 of them were starts, and he got 7 goals and 4 assists. But he created 61 chances for the team.
That's third in the league, wasn't it, or something like that?
So you think if he's creating 61 chances without a striker,
yeah,
we'll go into this later on, but you add a striker to that, and I reckon he at least gets double figures for assists. You know, when you say 4 assists, it sort of sounds a bit pathetic, but when you look at the metrics around it, and I mean, and he ended the season with the captain's armband, which for me, going forward, I think he should keep.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely, even though how old is he? Is he 23?
I want to say he's coming up for 24. Yeah, he's either 23 or 24.
I've got the squad here.
Yeah,
but it doesn't have his age on it. He was born in 1998. If
that's 24, isn't it? 2022.
23,
well,
17th of December. So he's
23. He's 23. Yeah,
probably could have guessed that. Everyone in our squad's 23.
It's not. We're not going to do like the old days. No, he's 24. No, you know, not going to do that. What was it? That Jefferson Martinez or whatever it was.
Yeah.
No, he's 30. No, he's 29. No, he's 30.
Yeah. No, he's.
That was a great day on Twitter that day. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's definitely 23, and he he's captain of Norway.
Yeah.
And he's just I think he's captain material.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing for me as well. We talking about, and I see a lot of the fans as well doing it, is about like, you know, oh, we're accepting mediocrity and the standards are too low and everything else. And for me, I think we go on about, it's a lot of words mainly coming out of the club. They're very good with words. But for me, I'm like, we have not had a set captain. I know Aubameyang was the captain, but come on. No. I'm like, he got it because of what he did in the cup, really. It wasn't, and you know, Granit Xhaka got stripped. Okay, we'll give it to Aubameyang. He wasn't really the main.
No, he was never. Aubameyang was never really captain material, really. Was he?
No, and I mean, we need to get one now. For me, that you go right. He's the club captain. Yeah, it's definitely him. None of this.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, it's going to a vote, or five of them say this one, and you know, I've got 5 of them, and no, long all that off. One proper captain. He's the captain. End of story. That's it. And for me, looking at them, I would give it to Tierney, but he doesn't play enough, sadly. So
no,
you got to so it's Odegaard for me.
I've got some opinions about that to tell you.
Yeah. So going into the next one, young player of the season.
I mean, this is really awkward.
It is because it's for anyone that's under 23. So you could literally pick.
Yeah,
you could pick Odegaard again. I have.
Yeah.
I've. This is my way to get Saka in there.
Right.
Really.
Right.
38 games in the league, 11 goals and 7 assists.
Yeah.
Again, bailing us out when we needed them. We're being carried by a 19-year-old boy.
Yeah.
God bless him. What a man. Hopefully he stays, but I don't think if we do not qualify next year, this season upcoming, I cannot see him staying.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Him or Martinelli will definitely go if we do not make Champions League.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think they are our level, to be honest. I don't see how they could go to a better team.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not.
I don't know. Fair enough.
I think they're not. I think both Martinelli, Saka, don't think they're the finished article at the minute, to be honest. I mean, I do share my opinions on Twitter.
Yeah.
At Bachelor, if you want to follow me.
And subscribe here.
Yeah.
To hear them.
And I think I am quite harsh on Saka actually sometimes. So I don't think I think he does go missing sometimes in games.
I think he did towards the end of the season, purely because there is no competition there.
Yeah.
So we just ran him into the ground like we did. I mean, you can get,
he played every game, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, all 38. You could get the video that we made last season and just copy and paste it here because it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Because we burnt out Tierney and Saka last season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm struggling with the young player of the season. I will probably give it to Erdegaard again.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
You know,
you could give
he
him
was my
everything.
player. He was
Yeah,
my
you could
player
give
of
him
the
everything.
season. He was my player of the season, and he's 23 or under.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to challenge you on it.
Yeah, but I think it's difficult because I think Smith Rowe, he had a very good first half of the season. He was incredible,
Mm.
and then he was starting every game, and then he was coming off the bench and scoring, and then he just wasn't in the team. And then when he did play, I thought he was pretty bang average, to be honest. So I don't know if he was carrying an injury or something like that.
He definitely was.
And I think and the same thing with Martinelli. I was thinking of them two, young player of the season. But again, Martinelli, he was the opposite. He was very poor at the start of the season, then sort of got into the team and was very, very good. But yeah, it is a difficult. I think Smith Rowe's an awkward player, to be honest. He's troubling me at the minute.
Yeah. No,
but
no,
yeah, I'll just gonna say Odegaard again.
Yeah. Okay. Your goal of the season, Tom.
Did we score many?
I have picked Martinelli versus Newcastle at home.
Yeah.
Just Tomiyasu for the delivery. That didn't get talked about enough for me. They were all talking about how Martinelli did the turn and the volley. I think you've got to praise the service.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful ball in.
Yeah.
It's inviting you to volley it when you cross, play a ball like that. So
yeah, I think I would have to go for the goal that has been. What is it? It's one of the goal you can vote for it as goal of the season. I mean, it was scored by Lacazette.
Yes,
but by no means was he integral to any of
the Southampton
any of the
one.
goal. I don't actually know, to be honest.
The one where they pass it all around and it
that's
Southampton. Yeah, that's
Southampton at home.
Yeah, I was at that game. Yeah.
And it starts from Ramsdale. He's under pressure, passes it out. It's very good passing. Gets to Saka, and then he delivers it to Lacazette, who, it was a memorable goal for him because didn't have too many to remember. so that would be my goal of the season.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's a good shout. And then your most disappointing player for this season. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it.
Right. People are going to go mad because I back this man so much. It's Pepe for me. It's Pepe. I don't necessarily blame him altogether. I think a lot of it is from where, if you watch the FA Cup final with Chelsea back again, you can talk about how brilliant Maitland-Niles was, Tierney was, and Aubameyang was for getting the goals. But Nicolas Pepe was unbelievable that game. That cross that he put in for Aubameyang's goal is so good.
I think he got both the assists. Yeah. I mean the second assist, is barely an assist.
Yeah.
I think he just passed it to Aubameyang, and Aubameyang did everything himself.
But I think to buy Willian and basically, he's my first, real signing in the summer window. Yeah. So I've got to play him, otherwise I look stupid. Yeah. When within 4 games we knew that this guy was a dud. And we want Pepe back.
Well, he was signing of the season in the first game against Fulham, wasn't he?
Oh yeah. He was world class. Oh my god, Chelsea are mugs. yeah. But and I think especially after that Leeds game where he got sent off going after that Alioski or whatever it was. Yeah. And Arteta really threw him under the bus, and then you see when other players get sent off, and Arteta's like, it's unlucky, just compared to basically where he was just like, no, Pepe's cost us the game here today with that and everything else. Not the fact that he was dreadful tactically that game. It was all Pepe's fault.
Yeah.
And I think Pepe got sent off 70th minute. It wasn't the fact you did nothing for 70 minutes. It was just Pepe getting sent off. But no, when he come on for the sub cameos towards the end, I mean, maybe it's just me expecting more of him, but especially I'm trying to remember, who was it that we played when he took the touch when it was the opening? All he's got to do is shoot. And he tried to cut in on his. Yeah. Just no. Just no. I'm finished. I am finished.
He has been. He was very disappointing. But it's a strange one, isn't it? Disappointing because he barely played.
Yeah,
Just like some pundit did their worst team of the season.
yeah.
They put Kepa in goal. And you think, well, he's not played. So how can he be the worst? How can he be the worst goalkeeper in the league when he's not even played?
Yeah.
But
did they do that
I
basically on cup performances?
Well,
Because he didn't save a single penalty in that.
I mean, that was the only
it.
game he played, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
So
so.
they
One
must
of
have
them.
done.
Yeah.
But most disappointing player of the season. I mean, I've got to go for Lacazette.
Yeah, he was on my.
Really,
he was. If it wasn't him, if
yeah.
it wasn't Pepe, it was going to be him. Yeah.
I mean, because the figure he did play, he did play because he had to. Because even though Arteta was desperate to give Nketiah a new contract, he wouldn't play him. And then he only started playing him. So Lacazette had to play because Aubameyang was a naughty boy and we had to get rid of him. So Lacazette had to play. And then all of a sudden Nketiah's in the team doing really well. And we go, well, why didn't he play since January? You
Mainly because he can
you
run.
bloody idiots.
It's because he can run.
But just
it took Arteta so long to be like, I need a striker that can move, don't I?
Yeah. I really don't know what Lacazette offers. He doesn't appear to be a very good finisher.
No.
Well, certainly this season.
Anymore.
No, yeah. This season, he doesn't appear to be a good finisher. He's got no stamina. He's got no pace. He's got no strength.
Yeah.
He just didn't score. He just, he comes deep. He comes deep for the ball and lays it off. That he just cannot get into the box because he's too deep.
Yeah.
And it's almost it's sort of verging on embarrassing, really, watching him play football this season. Because he has been decent in the past, but he was really disappointing.
Me and you wanted him when he had braids. Like we were such big fans of the guy.
Yeah,
and it's just again another thing of as a player that me and you have backed, and it's come and bit us on the arse again.
Yeah. But I think he's probably my most disappointing. I mean, I don't know. I think I don't really think many of the other players let us down.
Yeah,
I've got to be honest. So yeah,
I can think of one in one game, but yeah.
Yes.
We'll touch on that in a minute. Okay, no, that's cool. So what are your overall thoughts on the season as a whole? Because in our predictions video, I think I put Arsenal at 7th, but I did do us to win the Carabao.
Yeah,
I believe I did.
I have no idea where I put us to finish.
Yeah.
I imagine based on how I was feeling at the end of last season, I can't imagine I put us anywhere near 5th.
Yeah.
Or anywhere near getting Champions League football. So there's been a lot of negativity, hasn't there? Basically, because we should have got Champions League football. I disagree. I'm one of the people who think actually we've had quite a good season. It's disappointing in this, look at the table now. Let's see, we lost 13 games. That's not good enough.
No.
We only scored 61 goals. I mean, it's not too far behind Spurs, and they, people don't stop talking about how they've got the best front three in the world or whatever. They're only 8 goals behind them. But I think we should have done better in the cup competitions. We didn't have any Europe. We should have done better in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Obviously the Carabao Cup, Liverpool in the semi-finals always going to be difficult. But I not necessarily happy. Not necessarily happy, but you consider at the start of the season we were getting battered. Like, what's their transfer strategy? Even though it was blindingly obvious what the transfer strategy was. We're the youngest team in the Premier League.
I had no problems with the summer window.
No, I didn't either.
I mean, I had reservations about when they come in, especially Ramsdale.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness. But they proved me wrong on that. I was more than happy after the window. I was like, okay, no, these are all good. Like, I can see where you're going. But again, like I said, it's words. I'm like, I want the actions,
and
not just the words of it.
And I think the thing is, it's such a young team, and I think it's better for them in the long run that they lost out on the top four this way, because if they got the top four, the first season where we really feel like an actual team, if they get the top four, I think as a young player, I think your head, you get a bit too big for your boots. I'm not certain Arteta would allow that to happen, but I think sometimes that can happen. So I think the fact that they were like, no, actually, we were so close, that disappointment, I think keeps them going, rather than just thinking, oh, big, Billy, big boy. I got Champions League football. Look at that, top four.
You think it's a grounding type? Like
It's
pulling back down to earth a bit.
Yeah, it's a humbling.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I don't agree with the narrative that we bottled it. I think that's just.
See, I disagree.
No,
we were 12 points ahead at one stage, Tom.
Yeah, but this is the thing. It's
a
league,
and all you had to do was go to Spurs and draw, and get something out of Newcastle. That's all you had to do, and you capitulated in both those games. And okay, you can blame. Let's get into it. You can blame Rob Holding, and you can blame Cedric for the Newcastle game, but manager-wise, he set that up completely wrong. If you looked at how all the teams beat Spurs this year, low block and we'll counter-attack them. The first 10 minutes of that game, I could see that he was like, no, let's score first, blow them out. They'll come for us, and then we'll pinch them again. But I'm like, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And then when they went 1-0 up, you were like, right, what are you going to do to change it? And we just sat there. It took him forever to make that defensive switch. And you have Heung-min Son, who finished one of the Golden Boot winners and is arguably one of the best wingers in the league.
Yeah.
And you put the worst 1v1 player that we have in Cedric on him. And you don't expect there to be trouble. Like, for me, I'm like, you knew that you had Tomiyasu back. You look at Tomiyasu in the home game against Sun. Barely gave him a sniff.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not frivolous now, but that, Japan and Korea, there's a rivalry. Do you know what I mean? There's that rivalry there. There's that to ignite. And he put him on the left hand. Like, again, he's in our biggest games as a manager. You look at Villarreal the season before, and you look at that Spurs. He's bottled it again for me. He has bottled it. He's bottled, and it fed into the players as well. I think the players bottled it as well a bit.
So I just think I just don't see how you can say we bottled it at them last games when we lost 3-0 to Palace, we lost 2-1 to Brighton, we lost 1-0 to Southampton in a row.
Yeah.
That you can't say we didn't bottle it against we just played really badly. Against Tottenham.
Well, did we bottle it earlier then?
Well, yeah, but it's just the league. It was very close. That's the thing, isn't it? And you think, if I look through the results, we drew 0-0 with Brighton. We lost to Brighton.
Yeah.
We didn't beat Palace this season.
Yeah.
We drew 0-0 with Burnley. We lost to Everton. That's when that was under Rafa Benitez, when they were really bad.
Yeah. And Man United away
afterwards
as well.
I would say that United game, we bottled that United game because we actually dominated them that game, and we came out losing 3-2.
Yeah.
I think we had it's been a strange season because we really had some really bad results, but we had some really good results. I know we lost 2-1 to City, but I feel like we were a bit sort of cheated out of that. Really, not cheated, but we were very unlucky. We should have won that game. What else have we got? We beat Wolves. Wolves were a very good team at that point, and we beat them. What did we beat them twice in the space of a week or something?
Yeah.
We beat Brentford. But it was 0-0 to Burnley. Do you know what I mean? We draw with Burnley 0-0. Then we beat Wolves, beat Brentford, beat Wolves, and then you go on a good run, and then it's 2-0 Leicester, beat Watford, Leicester, lose to Liverpool, which that happens. Beat Villa, and then it's 3-0 Palace, 2-1 Brighton, 1-0 Southampton, and that can't happen. And then it's 4-2 against Chelsea, 3-1 against United, 2-1 at West Ham away. It's just, there's no consistency. I've said it for years and years. This is what happens at Arsenal. We do not lose one game.
Yeah.
We lose two. We lose two in a row. If we lose one game, we lose the next game. And ever since the Invincible season, that, in my opinion, that's how it's been.
Yeah,
we do not bounce back.
We do
victories.
capitulate bad. We do capitulate bad.
But it's not. We capitulate in the game and then the game after. And you look through the whole season. That's how it is. I don't think we haven't bounced back from. We haven't lost and then won the next game. Well, I mean the Liverpool one there. Again, I think we actually played quite well in that Liverpool game, from what I remember.
Yeah.
We lost. It's Jota. It's just every team has got a player that scores loads of goals against us. But yeah, we lose 3 in a row. I think that's where we, if people want to say we bottled it,
yeah,
we bottled it there.
100%.
If we draw 2 of them, how do you lose? You can't be losing 3-0 to Palace.
No, even though Vieira and everything's done such a good job.
Yeah,
he's the first manager to get sacked at the start of the year. Remember, everyone thought he was going to.
Palace are a good team, but if you want to be in the top 4, you can't go to Palace and lose 3-0.
No.
You can't lose to. Then if you lose to Palace away 3-0, your next game at home is Brighton, and Brighton were poor at this top point. You say you've got to win that game, and we didn't. And you go, well, you've lost to Brighton. Now you've got to go to Southampton to get a result. And I didn't even know Southampton existed this season. Were they actually in the league? But we lost to them.
Yeah,
I think that was the week week before they lost something like 7-0 to Chelsea.
Yes,
as well.
they did. Yeah, they got pumped. Yeah.
So, I can't. I don't think you can say we bottled it. We had the games in hand, but our games in hand were Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs. Right, we beat Chelsea. Newcastle. That's Newcastle's last home game of the season. They're all Geordies. They're very excited. It was good, and it's a Monday night. It's just harsh. It's harsh giving us a Monday night game against Newcastle at the end of the season. We didn't win a single game on a Monday night this season.
No, yeah, you're right. This is the thing. Where do you, obviously it's difficult because he's staying regardless.
Yeah.
But do you more so lay blame at his door than anybody else? Because for me, I'm like, anytime he comes under any bit of adversity, and I know it's the inexperienced thing and it's a bit harsh to go there, but I'm like, but you've got surely these people on the sides that you have around you, unless they're all completely yes men, which I'd like to think they're not. He has to have everything perfect, Tom. All his ducks have got to be in a row. Like any of his defenders get injured, any of the... I know, okay, it's harsh because his back 4 that he all signed and everything else only got to play 10 games together, which in the grand scheme of things is nothing. You know, we've not got all the asthmatics. We're not going down that road. So, and then we haven't got, if one of our fullbacks go out, don't worry because I've got another one that I spent 150 million on or whatever. He hasn't got like 300 million's worth of fullbacks and.
No, but I mean, you say that, but when you look at Pep Guardiola, the guy, have you seen the guy who's on his bench behind, who he always goes to for advice?
Yeah.
He must be in his 60s, that bloke.
Yeah.
Even Pep Guardiola has the experienced guy. He says, I'm a bit stuck here. What should I do?
Yeah, get me out. Help me out.
Arteta, it doesn't seem he seems to have a lot of coaches behind him, but they all seem to be very young.
Yeah.
So I think that he could do worse than signing, in theory, someone experienced in the back room to say, look, come work with me for a year or two, and just give me that bit. Because the thing I always criticise Arteta on, it was the substitutions. You know, he doesn't seem to know how to manage a game. It is that thing that we always laugh about, and it's a bit of a meme now, where it's, oh, we're winning with 15 minutes to go, Rob Holding back 5.
Yeah.
Oh, we're losing with 15 minutes to go, get all the fullbacks off.
Yeah.
Xhaka, you're the third centre back, and we've got, you know, we've got 3 at the back and 6 up front.
Spurs near the end, yeah, it was like 6 up front. It just got, it was like the Alamo, you know.
Yeah, so it's, it is. And it was very Arsene Wenger towards the end of his tenure, where Wenger would do that a lot, where we were losing a game, everyone off. I need to get every attacking player I've got on the pitch.
Yeah.
And it just wouldn't work because every time Arteta did that, we just never got the ball. We just wouldn't be able to get hold of the ball.
Yeah.
We lost all our shape. And I think he needs to learn. He needs to learn about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he got 4 points from losing positions, which was the joint worst along with Norwich. That has got to change. That's really, for me, that's dreadful. And do you know what? There's a lot of narrative that, the difference between the fans that are on social media compared to the fans that are there, and all that. And I think that's quite unfair. You know, because there's fans, for me, that get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning over in America or Australia or whatever they do, and they wake up at the crack of dawn to watch this crap.
Yeah.
I would not do it. I will freely admit I would not do it. I wouldn't do it. I'd tape it and watch it later on.
Do you think it is crap?
Some of it, yeah. Because the way that we still set up, and like I said, man, all of his ducks need to be in a row. He can't think off the cuff.
No.
And that, for me, you know, if there was an Arsenal manager that I'd want to do well, it's him, because he's an ex-player, he's an ex-captain.
Yeah.
But it needs to sustain. And again, as well, you've got all amateurs all the way down. Again, another, theory that I keep seeing is Kroenke's this, Kroenke's that. Right. For me, there's a lot of things that you can throw at them. But since they've come into full ownership, I mean, you've said this yourself. They've spent money.
Yeah.
It might not be all of their own money. They've given us some to get some players, like Partey, for example. And I think they did a bit more the summer just gone. But we've spent it poorly because, again, they've appointed people that they've freely admitted don't know nothing about football.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get Rouse and Ellie. I'm going to get, and look what happened. What happened. This Tim Lewis guy's trying to clear it out, which I'm like, good. But I think the whole youth process is another way of them.
I like it. I
like it, but it's a way of getting out of having higher expectations. To me, it's a way of getting out of higher expectations.
Yeah, I think I said.
They're young. He's the youngest manager. It's a bit excusey.
It is an excuse. It is used as an excuse.
It's a cop out, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know if I said it in a video last season or at the start of this season about the Kroenkes, and I was probably their biggest fan, even though I wasn't praising them very much, but I was probably the only person who was like, oh, well, hang on a minute, like, do you know what I mean? Athletic Madrid, they were like, no, you're gonna have to pay it. You're definitely not gonna pay it. Well, here's 50 million. You're buggered.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They just gave him the money. He has been backed. Wenger was backed.
Yeah.
Wenger was definitely backed by the Kroenkes.
Yeah, towards the end, anyway.
Yeah. Arteta, he spent 150 million. I think we're very close to the top on net spend, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
We are very close to the. We're probably a few 100 million behind City and Chelsea and all that, and United.
To caveat what I just said as well. I'm not against this I'm not against this Project Youth at all, because if you look at it, it was none of the youth players that let us down.
No.
If you want to go back and look at those games, like I said, Rob Holding, okay, he's 27, 28. He's been around the block, mate.
Yeah.
He knows better than to do what he did. Yeah. And Cedric's 29, 30. I think he's the same age as me, 29, 30. So he should know better as well.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be going gun-ho like that against arguably one of the best wingers in the league. You were just asking for trouble, just asking for it.
I think Holding's ego got in the way.
Yeah, he should have been more clever. When Son elbowed him, he should have rolled about a bit, but he's not that guy. He's not that guy.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah. I think if he did, he probably would have got him sent off.
Yeah, I agree. If that was the other way around, and Holding was trying to get off him and elbowed him while he's on the ground, Son would have rolled around, would have gone to VAR, and he would have got sent off.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It is difficult. It is a difficult one, because what you would say is, if I don't like this narrative in the media that we've massively underachieved this season.
No,
because we were close to the top four. If we got the top four, if we got fourth, everyone would have said, "Oh, they've massively overachieved." Yeah. But we finished what, two points off top four?
Yeah.
And now we've massively underachieved just because we were in the position to get top four. But United were in the top four for a long time. But they have been crap.
Yeah.
But they only finished one place below us. I don't know how they've done that, because they never seem to win a game. I don't remember the last time they won, but
yeah. I mean, if you want to look, I know people go, "Oh, stats," but if you want to look at it, expected goals, we were fourth in the league.
Yeah.
Fourth in the league for shots. Fourth in the league for touches in the opposition box, but we were sixth for goals scored, and we were 12th for shot conversions into goals. So it all points to the fact of, again, if you want to go back to it, that January, if you had have signed a striker, I think we would have got over the line, because all of the metrics, when you look at it, point to the fact of, you can do it, but you just can't finish. You've just got no one to score you the goals.
Yeah,
you've got everything but the goals.
Yeah, I mean, I think as well, if you look at the season, you would say they bottled it. It was in the transfer market. That was our biggest mistake.
Yeah.
We let all those players go. We let those players go, and then we got the game against Spurs called off. Where if we had played that, Son was injured at that point.
Yeah.
We would have loved to have played Spurs without Son. And Spurs were crap then. They were rubbish at that point.
Yeah, they'd only just got Kuvalevsky and the other guy in. So they weren't at the form they were in.
Son was injured. And we let Maitland-Niles, who was in and out of the team, we let him go to Roma. He could have played. Pepe, I think Pepe and Partey were at African Cup of Nations, and El Neni. But I think we could have put out a team. I think we could have beat Spurs. But as it's happened, they put the game at the end of the season. They obviously done it for the views and that Sky.
Yeah, come on, mate. Yeah.
So, and then it looks like, oh, you bottled that, because you played Tottenham. You could have if we'd beat Tottenham, we were top four. It's just one of them.
The thing is, as well, I've seen that people have gone, "Oh, you're only upset because of the fact that you finished fifth behind Spurs." I'd have been upset knowing that the way it went, if it was any other club, because for me, I know you're saying we didn't bottle it, but I feel we did. I still feel we did.
Well, you're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, because I mean, what we only had, like I said, we only had to get a draw against Spurs, and then even if we drew against Newcastle, we were in. I mean, even if we drew against Spurs, we were in. We could have done whatever we want. But for me, again, you go back to that January. Obviously, there was a picture of him at the Colorado Avalanche or whatever it was, ice hockey team. That, I think he was just going there to get his contract done. I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, look, he's here." I think it was them telling him, regardless of what happens, you're safe. But if we give you money now, you're not going to have as much as you want in the summer. Yeah. And everyone knows you can do more in the summer windows than you can in the January. Yeah. And he was like, well, if I'm safe, then, and I think the contract announcement was at the wrong time as well, because that come off losing those 3 games.
Yeah. I know the message they were trying to send.
Yes.
It was, we have massive confidence in you and this team.
Oh, 100%.
You've lost 3 games. But we've given you a new contract. And then to be fair, we won the next 3 games, and they were tough games.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. No, yeah, you're right.
But it's been a weird season. But you say about the points and losing positions, you just think, because I think our biggest thing before, we would always concede from corners. We don't do that anymore. Okay, so he's actually solved a problem. Now, if you can solve the problem of what's wrong with the mentality here, if we then, if we next season it goes exactly the same way, but we get 7 points from losing positions, he's improved it. Oh, we're in the top 4. Do you know what I mean? There's not a lot of difference. I don't know what people are expecting. Like, do Arsenal fans wanting to win the league? Like, because City and Liverpool,
so. I would think so.
That's the impression I get. They think we need to be in the Champions League, and we need to win the Champions League. We would not have got anywhere in the Champions League. I actually would rather be in the Europa League because we can win some games. I'd rather watch us win. I don't have confidence in the Champions League.
For me, I look at it, Tom, and I'm like, probably had to be this year because it's going to be so hard.
But but everyone says that every year, don't they? They say, "Oh, United are going to get better."
No. So for me, I think the top 4 that were top 4 this year probably are going to be there again. The one that you're looking at, that for want of a better phrase, the arses might fall out, is Chelsea.
Yeah.
Because the new guy's going in, but in his first year, he's going to have to spend at an equivalent level of what Abramovich used to, just so Chelsea don't think, bloody hell, we've got a yank now who don't spend like Arsenal or Man United or whatever. That he's going to have to throw down.
Yeah.
So depending on who they get, I mean, their defense is terrible and it's aging. So they need to get a whole new defense.
They are an old team.
Yeah, Spurs for me, where they're like us when we first moved into the Emirates. They need to get top 4 now to survive because their debts are escalating.
Yeah.
So they're going to go all for it. And I mean, he spat his dummy out after he was, I don't know what to do. And they ended up getting Kuvalevsky and that Bentancur. Basically got him the top 4. So he's gone to them, look, you gave me 2 loanees.
Yeah.
And I got you top 4. Give me decent money and I'll really kick this on. Because he beat City and he took, what was it? They got 2 draws against Liverpool, didn't they?
Well, yeah, that is the other thing. It's quite a ridiculous, that I don't think many teams could ever pull that off, not losing to City or Liverpool. If they just lost one of them games.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If they lost one of the games they won against City, then they wouldn't have been top 4.
No. Yeah,
Simple as that.
Exactly.
They did, and that the style of play really suits against them.
Yeah.
Them sort of teams.
Oh yeah. Oh, he'll openly admit he's not an attractive manager.
No.
I mean, Italian wise, Inter Milan are my team.
Yeah.
weren't the most attractive, but it won.
Yeah.
It won.
But the thing is, in the Premier League, it does seem like once you have had a season, Leeds are a perfect example of this.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
And I know we're going to go on Premier League predictions next week or whatever, but I think I predicted them to either get relegated or be close to relegation because the Premier League is different. Yeah. You get sussed out. They'll be watching all over the summer. All them coaches, they're not like the players. They don't go swanning off to Dubai for 6 weeks or whatever. Them coaches are at work. And they are analysing video upon video of all the teams and go, oh, this is how they play. And they will suss them out. They suss them out. And Conte is a good manager, but he hasn't got the budget with Spurs or the players to be able to work through getting sussed out like Liverpool and City have. Tom,
I hope you're right, mate. I really do. I really do.
Let's talk of they've been given 150 million to spend.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
Yeah, exactly. That's nothing. Yeah. But that 150 million was for improvements to the training ground as well. So it's not just buying players; it's to improve the facilities at the club.
Yeah,
and that costs a lot of money.
Yeah,
and the Spurs fans go, "Oh yeah, but we're going to make sales. Who are you going to sell for a lot of money? Lo Celso, you're not going to be able to sell him for a lot of money.
Dyer's not going to get you money.
No, like that.
Dele Alli's certainly not going to get you.
No, exactly. So they haven't got players to cash in on. Like we haven't. We couldn't give away our players. We are struggling to give away our players.
Yeah.
And Spurs, that I think that's a Premier League problem, because the Premier League buys the players at extortionate prices, gives them ridiculous contracts. No one else in the world could afford to pay them that money. So you essentially have to give them away so that the players can be paid the same.
Yeah.
And Spurs are going to have that issue, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
You know, Bergwijn, I think they want to get rid of him. But if they get rid of these players, 150 million, you know, when you're in the Champions League, we spent 50 million on Ben White. And all the players, we spent 150 million, but on young players that were unknowns. But you can't do that. Conte's not going to accept that.
No.
And you can't do that when you're in the Champions League and you want to stay in the top 4. So I think there's 2 spaces up for grabs next season. I think you're right on Chelsea. I think that is a bit of an unknown. And they, you want to talk about bottlers, at the start of the season, they were if you finish above Chelsea, if you finish above Chelsea, you're a bloody good team, you're going to win the league.
Yeah.
They got top 4, but if the season was 2 or 3 games longer, they were in big trouble.
Yeah.
If that decline started a little bit sooner, they were in big trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't disagree with you. Obviously we'll do like you mentioned, the Premier League review, that'll be out next week. If you want to, if you enjoy this, we'll do the whole Premier League next week. And then we've got the predicted for the next season, although we've started there. But so for you, really, what you've mentioned, it's mentality. Is that the main thing you think we need to improve on? Mentality and in-game management, is that the 2 big things for you?
Yeah. I think it is as simple as that.
Yeah. So do I.
I think it's a mentality. Get the psychologists in.
Yeah.
Get the sports psychologists in, or whatever they have.
Yeah. Well, they're worth having.
Yeah, I think it's and I think work on the mentality. However you do that. I don't know if you buy a couple of experienced players or what, and then
we'll get into that.
And I think Arteta, put your ego to the side for a season or 2, and get someone experienced behind you next year.
Yeah.
You've got 5 subs next year as well.
Yeah.
When we were allowed to use 5 subs before, we were making 1 or 2. So you've got 5 subs. Bloody use them. Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. Okay, so hopefully people enjoyed that. That's the summary. That's the summary of what we feel the season went. I just, like I said, I just can't help but feel still a little bit, I've settled with it now.
Yeah.
If we'd have filmed this straight after, I was furious. I was furious.
Oh, look, don't get me wrong. It is disappointing.
Yeah.
The most annoying thing is, seeing videos of Jamie O'Hara going, we're playing on Tuesday, they're playing on Saturday, they're playing on Thursday. It's like, shut up.
Great impression as well. No, that is how he speaks.
Yeah, that's the only thing that bothers me about the whole thing, really.
Yeah,
it's disappointing, but
if pricks were aeroplanes, his house is an airport. Yeah. So here's where because people really enjoyed this bit last season. Right. Obviously, we had the graphics. We haven't got them this time, so again, apologies. Tom, let's go through it. Who are you keeping in the squad? Do you want to? So I did mine, but I did it basically on the squad numbers. So I've got mine in like squad number order. So
I don't know what order this is in.
Do you want me? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go on old Wikipedia as well, and I'll pull the squad up, and we'll do it that way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Does that?
Oh yeah.
Does that suit you? Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Good. Okay. So young players, obviously, let's not even touch onto that because that's just too difficult, All right, mate. So obviously, number 1 is Mr. Leno.
Well, I think, to be honest, you would keep him, wouldn't you?
For me, he's got to go.
But why?
Because he wants to go himself.
Well, if he wants to go,
And also, I think the fact that we bought that American goalkeeper indicates that Leno has said, I'm not a number 2, I'm a number 1.
Yeah.
Ned, good servant, did what he had, but he was never the level.
I agree.
He can't play with his feet like Ramsdale can. Thank you very much. Off you go. People were saying that he's going to get us between 12 to 15 million. We've had offers for about 8.5. He's not getting anywhere near 15 million for me.
Yeah, if he wants to go, then get rid of him.
Yeah.
But personally, if he's happy to stay, if you're just talking in the ideal world, I personally would keep him.
Okay.
Because I think he's a good number 2 goalkeeper.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, I'm getting rid. You say keep. Okay. Next up, whoa, here we go. Kieran Tierney, Tom. Now, this is very important because I've seen this is quite the debate on social media. I'll go first. I'm keeping Tierney.
Yeah.
Because I am a romanticist and an optimist. I have that dream that he will play 36, maybe 30, between 33 to 36 games in the league. He becomes the best left back in the league, like I feel that he can be.
Okay.
And Arsenal do really well. But what say you, Tom? What say you?
It is heartbreaking, but I would get rid of him. I would. I think
50 million quid, Tom. Where are you ever going to get that again for him?
I think
50 million quid.
If you get 50 million for a person who can barely play half a season, do you know what I mean? You take it.
Yeah.
My opinion is he is taking up a spot for a first choice left back, because you how can you buy? You say Tierney is the first choice.
Yeah.
How can you then buy another first? Because he will miss half a season. It's a gamble. You're gambling to say, I think Tavares was harshly done by.
Yeah.
He didn't have a great season, but I think people are overly harsh on him. But it is that thing of, we need to buy someone because Tierney's the first choice. So the second choice has to be someone who's happy to accept that and want to fight their way into the team. But Tierney is out for so much that you need like a first choice left back, but first choice left back isn't going to join. I've seen us, linked with Zinchenko and things like that.
But he's not a left back though. He is a midfielder that plays left back.
Yeah.
He is not a left back.
So personally, I would sell him. I would cash in.
Okay.
If people want to offer big money, cash in.
See, I feel, and again, we can touch on it a bit later on. I feel that potentially there is going to be a big sale out of someone in the immediate first team squad. And it's between 3 players for me, and Tierney is one of them. I'll say who the other 2 are later, but yeah, I think he's in there. Ben White, Tom. Now, my dad's going to be screaming when he watches this. He cannot abide him. He cannot abide him. I'm keeping him purely based on the fact of that you've signed him for 50 mil, and if we sell him now, he's going to look stupid. And Arteta needs to not look as stupid as possible.
I honestly don't see what's wrong with Ben White. I don't know what people's problem is with him. I think he's a good player. I think he's I
like him.
Yeah,
I like him.
I like him with Gabriel as well.
Yes, so do I.
I think they're solid, to be honest. I think they are solid.
Yeah. I think where the injuries kept occurring, that's when they just crumbled. I think this one might be another easy one for you because you've always loved him, but you might change your mind. Thomas Partey.
Yeah, keep him.
Yeah. He's staying for me as well. He's in. Gabriel.
Keep him.
Yeah, he's staying for me.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, keep him.
Yeah, these are all quite. I think these are all next going to be very, very easy. Saka.
Keep him.
Yeah. Martin Odegaard.
Keep him.
Yeah. Right, here we go. Lacazette.
I mean, just let him wander off.
Yeah.
Just change the password or the key code on the door, and don't tell him what it is.
Yeah.
If we offer him a new contract, we are the biggest mugs in football.
Yeah. There's a lot of people saying that, I think it's probably in discussions because we've not said, oh, no, he can go. And I'm like, no, they're all contracted until I think it's June the 1st, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So they're probably going to do the announcement in the next couple of days. I don't think Arteta's keeping him.
How can you keep when he was saying, oh, I missed the Champions League, blah, blah, blah.
Well, if you're looking to sign a striker and you're looking at potentially giving Nketiah $100,000 a week to keep him there, what is it? What I don't think Lacazette's already moaning.
Yeah.
What, he's going to be third or fourth choice?
Yeah. No, get rid.
Come on. Yeah. No, it's not. For me, it's not happening. It's not happening. Emil Smith-Rowe.
Keep.
Yeah. Rob Holding.
Ooh, this is tough because I don't know. I assume he's on the list, but Saliba's coming back, and I think, I think you get rid. I know he was my player of the season last season, but I think with Saliba, they're talking about giving him a new contract. They made the right decision sending Saliba out on loan. I don't care what the Arteta haters say, but I think you get rid of Rob Holding. It pains me to say it. Well, no, I'd keep him.
Yeah.
No, I'd get rid of him. No, I'd get rid of him.
Okay, I've kept him.
Yeah.
Purely because 4 competitions, mate, and we have glass ankles. Do you know what? Apart from that Spurs game, there were games last year when he was called upon, and you're like, right, you can do us a job.
Yeah.
And also, when we did revert to the back 5, like low block Rob, he's brilliant in that. You chuck him in that 3, and he's a totally different player.
He loves
comes
defending.
Yeah,
that's what I like about him. Yeah. It is a tough one because you do need squad players.
Yeah,
but then you look, because I think Saliba's a right centre back, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Yeah.
And then you got 2 right-sided centre backs, or 3, sorry. So I'd like to see him go to a team and get first team football.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cedric.
Tough one. I think he did very well coming into the team, actually, despite what people say. Tomiyasu, he seems very injury prone as well.
Yeah.
So unless you're going to buy another right back, I think you keep him.
Yeah, I'm selling him. I think we can do better.
Oh, we could always do better.
Yeah, I think you can get a younger player on less wage that will give you more than what Cedric gives us currently.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's speaking of Tomiyasu, keep, love him.
Keep. He can play.
Please stay fit.
Yeah, stay fit. And again, he can play. Criticism that Arteta was unfairly levelled with against Spurs. Oh, why didn't he bring on a centre back after Rob Holding got sent off? Tomiyasu was playing there. He can play centre back. The commentators who were slagging Arteta off for not bringing on a centre back, they said it earlier on during the game. Yeah. They said, "Oh, he's versatile. That Tomiyasu, he can play left centre back." And then as soon as he moves Tomiyasu to left centre back, why has he not brought on centre back? He is very versatile. Yeah. I think eventually he will be a centre back.
Neville was shockingly biased.
He was. He was shocking. He was unreal.
And I quite like him.
I do, but he was ridiculous in that game.
Yeah. Pepe.
Yeah, get rid.
Yeah. I've had enough.
I don't know. I think PSG are looking at him, aren't they?
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
They're stupid enough to pay 30 million for him.
Yeah, take him. I've seen enough now. Yeah, see you later. I've had enough.
But will Mbappe agree to the transfer though? That is the question.
Well, they've got that Louis Campos that was the guy that brought him into Lille now, haven't they? They've got rid of that Leonardo and brought this Louis Campos in as the director. And he was the guy that begged Lille to sign him. So hopefully he can get him there as well.
Yeah, hopefully you convince Mbappe to sign him.
Yeah. And he'll love it out there. He'll be fine. He'll be fine in that league because they'll give him time to do what he wants to. He'll get more time to do what he wants to do. I believe he's a good player, just not for us, probably.
No, I agree.
Right, Nuno Tavares.
Keep.
Yeah, same for me. Yeah, I think that there is a player in there.
Yeah,
and we just got to be patient and maybe not hook him as much as he was hooked. Just believe in him more. You signed him, so believe in him.
Yeah, stop bringing him off after 30 minutes and destroying his confidence and giving the Arsenal fan trolls on Twitter a chance to abuse him.
Yeah.
Going, oh, he's rubbish. He's not rubbish. He had a couple of bad games.
Yeah. Lokonga.
Keep.
Yeah.
I actually think he's a brilliant player.
Yes,
I'm surprised he didn't get more game time.
Yeah. I think with Europa League, he's going to play more. I hope he does anyway.
Because there was a point where Xhaka was out the side, and it was Lokonga Partey, and I think they look strong together.
Yeah. He's neat.
Yeah,
and some of the lofted balls he plays.
Yeah, he's a very good passer. He's an incredible passer. He's just young. He's just young and a bit. The thing that worries me about, he looks a bit away with the fairies sometimes.
Yeah,
he's a bit like, oh, what a nice day it is, and it's like, oh bloody hell, there's something going on here.
Concentrate. Yeah. Okay, this one's good. I reckon this one's going to be easy because you've praised this man for a long time. I've seen you on Twitter slag a lot of people off for how they feel about this man. And funny enough, he's one of my dad's favourite players, El Neni.
Yes.
Yeah.
I honestly, people who are like, oh, get rid, he's rubbish. These people do not know anything about football. I don't sit here and claim that I know a lot about football because I don't.
You gave Rob Holding player of the season.
Yeah.
No. Exactly. I'm joking. You're allowed.
I don't know a lot about football, but as a squad player, El Neni is incredible. Okay.
Yeah.
He's so neat on the ball. His touch is brilliant. He's never going to touch the ball and run away from a player. He's very neat. Okay. And he's proved that since he's come in. He's been brilliant.
He does his job, Tom. He just does his job.
He can't tackle. He's not strong. He can't head a ball. Okay. But he apart from that, despite what I said earlier, he is a very good player. Yeah. I've loved him since we bought him. And I think for whatever we signed him for like 5 million.
5 million.
What a bargain.
Yeah. Again, another one. 4 competitions.
Yeah.
And he's happy. He is not going to whinge at the fact that he doesn't start.
He's just signed a new contract.
Yeah.
He's really happy.
Yeah. When you need me, boss, I'll be there. In the words of the Jackson 5, I'll be there. He will do it. And also, Egypt didn't qualify for the World Cup. So after when that World Cup is in December, if any of our players get absolutely shanked, he can step in. We've seen enough of him that we know that he can step in when needed.
Yeah.
He's another one. Why didn't you play him earlier?
Yeah.
Moving on from El Neni, Ramsdale, again, another easy one. Got to keep him.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to skip a Okonkwo. I know he's here on Wikipedia. I'm going to skip him because I don't really, he's how many first team appearances has he made? I don't think he's made any, so don't really count him. Granit Xhaka, what do you feel on this one?
Keep him.
Yeah.
Again, he's done some silly things in the past, but people just like to slag him off, but he is actually a very good player. I think he's very, again, he's a bit like, he's slightly better than El Neni because I think Xhaka can actually get stuck in.
Sometimes to his detriment, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I get the feeling he actually cares, I feel like he actually. What the hell is that noise? I feel like he cares.
Yeah.
And that I would keep. I get the feeling he is going to leave.
Yeah.
That is my honest feeling with Xhaka. I think maybe he's had enough.
Yeah.
I think he will leave.
He's another one. Like I said, there's three: Tierney, Gabriel, and him are the three that I think.
Yeah, I thought Gabriel would be the other. I think. Yeah. I feel like Xhaka's going to leave.
Who are you going to sell if you need to make money? Who's going to get you money?
Yeah.
It's Tierney for 50 mil.
Yeah.
You know, Gabriel's going to get you about anywhere between 35 to 40.
Yeah.
And on a good day, you're going to get maybe 20, 25 for Xhaka.
Yeah.
And you know that there's one person that desperately wants, Jose wants him.
Yeah.
And he's wanted him for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's there. It's ready there for him.
Yeah. I would keep him, but I think he's gone.
Yeah, see, I've done it. I've kept him. Again, same reason for you. I actually think he was a lot better this season than he has been in the past. And again, all the manager, background staff, and especially the young players. I mean, Nuno Tavares, I think he's done a podcast with the same people that Eddie and Nketiah did the podcast with, where he was like, yeah, if I play, I'll score goals. And then all of a sudden, just because he did the podcast, he got picked. So maybe Nuno's going to be the first choice left back because he's done this podcast now. But no, he was saying about how instrumental Xhaka is with him.
Yeah.
He's like, I'd listen to everything that guy says.
Yeah.
And he'll make me a better player. So I think he's
the captain
even though he's
Switzerland.
yeah, I think he's got a pull with his squad, which I think they won't want to lose. But maybe, like you said, he'll want to go himself. And then Martinelli, obviously, he's number 11 now, but he's 35 on this. We'll go by this list. You got to keep him, mate. You got to keep him because when he finally, does develop into what I think he's going to be, I think he's close, mate.
I would keep him.
He excites me, Tom.
I had this discussion with someone else who was actually a Spurs fan, which was annoying. And I said, I don't think we have any world-class players. I don't think any of our players are world-class.
No, I agree.
But the two that are extremely close to I think we only got two that are very close to world-class, and that's Ødegaard and Martinelli.
I would seek Saka in there.
Yeah,
I know what you said earlier. No, I think Saka is nearing elite,
Yeah,
and so is Martinelli and Odo. I think they're a bit further than what Saka is, but Saka, because for me, Saka's he got volleyed in one game. Let's call it as it is. He got volleyed, but he didn't get injured. He still kept played all the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, MacArthur or whatever his name is for Palace. He literally volleyed him. There was no other word for it. He volleyed him.
I think, I mean, just quickly touches on that. I think Ødegaard is on the cusp. He's very much on the cusp.
Give him a striker, Arteta. Give him a bloody striker.
Because you watch Ødegaard and some of the stuff he does, the way he turns with the ball.
Oh yeah,
it's incredible.
Oh.
He's once like you say, once he gets the better players to get on the end of his balls, he's gonna be world class. And I think Martinelli and Saka, they still feel a bit raw, but you think as soon as they get it together, as soon as they do the fusion, like on Dragon Ball Z,
shout out Dragon Ball Z.
I think they will make the step up to world class as well.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, so let's go into the loanees here, Tom, because this is where a lot of my goes are as well. Might be different for you. Hector Bellerin.
Go.
Yeah.
We've not missed you.
Do you know what? No malice towards him, though.
No.
I know a lot of people hated him.
No, I never hated him.
No, I know you didn't. No, I'm just saying there were a lot of fans. No, dreadful. He gets my full blessing. If you want to stay at Betis, where you've always wanted to play because it was a team you supported when you were a kid and everything, go, mate. Yeah, go and enjoy yourself. Great servant for us.
I think he's done well there, isn't he? Well,
they won the Cup.
Del Rey, didn't they?
Yeah, so happy days. Renarsson. See you, mate. It's all right. Don't even want to consider Anything with you, mate. See you later. Maitland-Niles.
Yeah, sell him.
Yeah, he's on my goodbye list as well.
Yeah,
he's had plenty of chances, mate.
Yeah,
he's at, if he didn't complain about wanting to play midfield, he could arguably be Arsenal's first. We probably would never have signed Tommy Asu if he wanted to be our right back.
But he did that thing where he sort of changed his mind. I don't know if it was Arteta's fault, but it was like, actually, I've changed my mind. I do want to be a right back.
Yeah.
And Arteta sort of, in spite, was like, no, I'm going to play you in midfield now.
Yeah.
Sort of out of spite, and then it all fell apart.
It's not like Arteta to be spiteful, is it? Pablo Mari.
Yeah, I completely forgot about him, to be honest.
Yeah, he can go for me as well.
He's not a bad player, but we just don't need him.
Yeah. Reece Nelson, Tom.
Yeah.
What is he? See you later.
He's
gone.
Gone.
He's a see you later for me as well.
Has he done anything at Feyenoord or?
Yeah, he's had quite a good loan there, and obviously they got into the final, didn't they, against Roma in the conference? But I just think he's young and he's English. If you need a sale, he's one that might get you some money from somebody.
Yeah, you might get you might be able to. He did really well at Feyenoord.
Yeah,
18 mil or something like that.
Yeah. Balogun, you're coming back, mate, for me.
Yeah.
But if he did come back, I would loan him to a Premier League club.
Yeah.
To get him ready for next season.
He needs another loan. We've given Nketiah the contract to increase his value.
Oh, by the way, I skipped Nketiah. I skipped Nketiah, didn't I? Oh God. Yeah. Right, Nketiah, would you keep him?
Well, this is an annoying one because if he wasn't going on a free, if someone had to sign him and pay money for him, I'd say, see you later.
Yeah.
I'd say, ciao for now.
Yeah.
But because he's going on a free, I would give him a new contract. And then, like I say, let him play and then get some money for him and go, actually, we made a mistake. I think this is what they're doing, to be honest. I think they're giving him a new contract purely because they know they can get, maybe 30, 35 million for him. Because like you say, he's English.
See, I think he's been told that you're going to get games.
But is he though? Because
you're going to be our first option off the bench. The new striker's going to play.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're going to be, but I think
he was now.
Yeah, but I think he's going to be like, okay, because I'm getting $100,000 a week. I think his agent has played an absolute blinder in.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
He's like, look, Eddie, anywhere you go is a down. Well, this is the thing. When he come in, he got his 5 goals. He scored. Yeah. He scored against big teams, which is what you want him to do. Okay, one of them was they basically passed it to him, and he. I think looking at him, there were facets to his game that I didn't know that he had. Tom, I always backed him.
Yeah,
because I always believed. No, do you know what? He is that little, fox in the box, Vardy type little finisher, which we haven't had for ages. One touch bang type player.
Yeah.
None of this, doesn't need to be fancy. And for me, I'm excited to see where he can go.
Yeah.
I think give him another go, and then, like you said, we've renewed him, and you might be able to sell him this time.
Yeah, I just think it. I think it is that. I think it's we cannot risk. I think they've looked at it and gone, we cannot risk letting him go on a free, and absolutely beasting it.
Yeah,
because he is that. He could go either way. He's done really well, but he did have a run of games though, didn't he? During the pandemic, where he scored a few goals, and all of a sudden it was like. Well, yeah, I think that was one where they gave it to. It was Southampton, wasn't it?
No, it was Fulham, weren't it? And it bounced on the line, and he kicked it in the net. It was the old, Stephen Hawkins in a power surge goal. Yeah.
I think it's purely a value thing.
Yeah.
The new contract.
Yeah.
But personally, I would do the same thing. I'd keep him because I don't want him to go for free.
Okie dokie. Right. Before we get into the ones that have no squad numbers, Guendouzi, Tom. Now he is gone. He is gone.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Marseille halfway during the season announced him as an official signing.
Yeah, I think
he had to play a certain amount of games or something.
I don't know, but yeah, Guendouzi, Tom, what would you have done?
I would keep him.
Yeah.
I think he's a great player.
Yeah.
I actually do think he's a really good player. It's really annoying.
I think, we've got so many potential midfielders there, so I didn't see him getting in.
No.
Personally. But
I would have loved to see him next to Party, though.
There was something about him.
Like when we
Not
were,
just the hair.
When we were losing games, he would just go he would go mad. He'd be on a mad. He'd beat players for fun.
Yeah, he was great in chaos, that guy.
I think he's a really good player. I actually do. He's just got attitude problems.
Yeah. And again, you can't have a bigger attitude than the manager.
No.
It's not allowed. It's not allowed. Okay, Lucas Torreira, Tom. Obviously, these are the ones without the squad numbers.
See, this is annoying. I think he's a really good player. He was. I don't see what was wrong with him.
Yeah.
He just doesn't. I think he's just homesick, isn't he? That's basically the truth. He doesn't like being in England, and who can blame him?
Yeah.
I just don't think he likes it here. I think he much prefers it in Italy.
Well, I've seen Juventus want him. If you want him, I'm charging you. Like I said to you earlier about this Vlahovic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have him on a 4-year loan for 10 million a year or whatever it is, and 5 packs of magic beans like you do over there in Italy.
Yeah.
I would F Juventus over, mate, for what they've done to us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I would muck them right about with him.
But yeah, it's the same thing.
He's another one.
If I want
him
to
and
keep,
Party, what would that have been? What could that be like?
If I want to keep Guendouzi, I think you've got to get rid of Torreira.
Yeah. And then obviously the other one without a squad number, big one here is older Big Willie Saliba, Tom. I think I've lost him. Right.
Hello.
Oh gosh. As soon as I said Big Willie, remember there was a cue for it to go wrong. But yeah, no, big Willie Saliba. We're going to wrap this up. Don't worry. But not wrap up his Big Willie, but big Willie Saliba, Tom. Come on.
Keep him.
Yeah.
That's what all the Arsenal fans want, don't they? Because that seemed to be their biggest bugbear with Arteta.
Yeah.
How could you let this man go to Marseille and gain really good experience and become a really good player?
Yeah. No, new contract. Get him in.
Yeah.
Keep him. I would even say start the boy.
I would say he's certainly pushing Ben White.
Yeah. No, I mean, so I tallied up mine. I haven't tallied up yours. I apologise. I've kept 18 players and I've sold 11. But we've got 4 competitions. We need at least a 25 to 26 man squad.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, I'd push through Aziz. I'd push through Hutchinson.
Yeah. Tino.
Yeah. Flores.
Yeah, definitely Flores. I'd like to see that Birif get some games.
Yeah, that Rekic at centre half is meant to be quite good.
I think I don't know how to say his name, but they've just given him a new contract. Kirjan.
Serjan Catlin or whatever is that?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think he's been out with an injury.
Yeah, I think Kiddo Taylor Hart signed now, hasn't he? He wasn't going to, because he's the one that they're all saying the real deal.
Yeah, I think him and that Salah.
Yeah,
I don't know about Aziz. He seems to have really dropped off, completely got off the radar.
He cut his hair,
a bit
man.
like ZLM.
Could have been the old, is it Samson in the Bible when his hair gets cut, he loses all his. I want to say it. That's so for someone that looks like Jesus, I don't know the Bible very well.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd like to see, considering how much of a young team we are, we've not really used any youngsters,
No. But
yeah, I think Flores. I'd love to see Flores in the team.
He's a full Mexico international at what, 17, 18 years old.
Yeah,
he's got to be good, mate. He's got to be good.
Well, he scored a couple of goals even for them, didn't he?
Yeah, if he's playing that men's football out there, he's got to have something about him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Tom, this is the bit that everybody's probably going to go, right, let's see. Now, buy-wise, we've already got Turner coming in, so I won't ask you about, do you think we need a goalkeeper? We've got that sewn up. Trusty the process, he's signed as well. Is he the Saliba replacement? I don't know, because he's left-footed, so is he the Gabriel replacement? Again, we don't know. So I won't ask you about him, because they're already done. We're probably going to get this Marquinhos, the Brazilian boy, so I won't ask you about, unless we get, I mean, we're doing this now, we could have a transfer ban here. Potentially. But no, in an ideal situation, Tom, how many do you think we need? I've said between 6 and 7.
Yeah, I think, well, I think maybe 5, depending on how many players we lose as well.
Well, I've got rid of 11. I've got there's a whole team there.
You need about 10, mate.
Yeah. Well, as well as promoting the young ones through, I think 6 and 7 additions as well.
I think with Saliba coming, I think centre back sorted. For me, right back, I'm not sure. If I was going to buy, if we're going to go say what players we'd buy, are we doing that?
Do your positions first. Yeah.
I think we need.
I think we need a right back. Free. You've got control. Give me 3 players that you're bringing in.
Yeah. I think we need a right back. I'd like to think we would be able to get Lamptey. I don't know if that is feasible. And obviously we need a striker.
Yeah.
Who was that I said last season? He went off to Roma. Had a really good season. Got in the England team. Tammy Abraham.
Yeah.
Get me Tammy Abraham to this football club.
Yeah.
I know, but it seems like we're going to sign Gabriel Jesus. But I think Abraham has to be Tammy Abraham, a boyhood Arsenal fan. But he's going to cost more. He would have cost us 40? I think it was about 40 million last season. And I think people were saying, how can you pay 40 million for a bloke who doesn't play for Chelsea? I'll tell you how. He's a bloody good player.
Yeah, you just pay it. That's how. You just pay it. You don't.
Yeah, I think from Roma as well, because they're bastards in that sort of in the transfer market. He's going to cost us close to 60 million now.
Yeah, but he's worth it. For me, he's worth it.
I'd pay it. I would just get him in. We want to play this crossing football. You want to put crosses in the box. He could get on the end of them. He's quick. I just think he's a really good player, and I have rated him. I'm not just saying this now. I'm not just saying it because he's the in thing and we're linked with him. I was saying this last season.
Yeah, we both were.
Yeah. So I think Abraham. I think another fullback, whoever that may be. I don't really have any in my head, but I'd like to see another first choice.
So you got Abraham and Lamptey. So you got 2 Englishmen. And then where else, mate? Where else do you think? If Xhaka goes, you've got to get a midfielder, haven't you?
Yeah, I think. I don't really know what midfielders are about. I'd get that bloke with the funny hair at Marseille. Who's even on loan from? Get him in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think we're too far. I don't think we're too far off, to be fair. I think we need to get 3 big first choice players in. Yeah. And then I think we need to sort of plug a few of the gaps. Yeah. To be like you can fight for first. Do you
know what I like, Tom? Every one of the players that we're currently linked with are a bit older.
Yeah.
But they're all winners.
Yeah.
Like Gabriel Jesus, apart from the Champions League in English football, has won everything.
Yeah.
Abraham's been linked.
Yeah.
Won people forget he got Villa promoted when he was there on loan in the playoffs. He's Champions League.
Champions League, yeah.
Yeah, just won the Europa Cup. Okay, it's nothing, people go, oh, it's the third one down. Still done it and won it. even Gnabry, even, you know, there's rumours of him coming back.
Yeah, I think. I mean, that feels to me like a pretty ridiculous. If you could get Gnabry,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he was like top of the world, wasn't he?
Yeah.
At one point, I don't know what's happened to him recently.
Mate, they want 40 mil for him. Pay it.
Yeah.
Pay it.
I
think he'd love to come back. He'll want wages, but pay it. Pay it.
Yeah.
And he's well, like I call it, he's an Arteta wet dream player.
Yeah.
Because you can play him down the middle, or you can play him on the right or the left. He loves those multifaceted people. That's the only reason he's going for Jesus as well, is because he knows I can play him right hand side or left hand side.
Yeah.
He can do all three.
And again, I think Jesus. I know we're linked with Jesus.
Yeah, Osimhen's another good player as well, mate. He's linked.
Who? Oh,
Osimhen and Napoli.
But I think that's, you're looking at 100 million there.
Yeah,
I'd rather.
He is worth it, Tom.
Yeah.
He is that good. He is good.
I've
wanted him when he was at Lille. For me, Abraham's the one. If you, I would. Yeah, tell me Abraham's the one.
I just think we need too many players to be able to spend 100 million on one bloke.
Yeah.
Who is? I know he is a very good player, but he is an unknown.
Yes.
You know, he could turn out to be a Pepe. But I
true.
think Abraham's played in England.
Yeah.
He actually did well in England. I don't know how he wasn't in the Chelsea team.
Yeah.
They went out, they just like to spend money, Chelsea. So they're like, oh no, we need to buy every year, we need to spend loads of money on a striker. We need to buy Werner, who's flopped, Lukaku, who's flopped.
Yeah.
But when they had their solution right there. For me, you know, if you want to spend 100 million on how do you say his name? Oh, Hessiman or something, isn't it? Osimhen.
Yeah.
You know, I think you just go out and get Abraham for 60.
Yeah. And use that 40 elsewhere.
Yeah, but it seems like Gabriel's going to cost Jesus is going to cost 40 as well.
Yeah.
So I think if and that's quality, Abraham and Jesus. But looking at, I don't know why Nketiah would have signed if we were going to sign that too.
We're getting one. There is no. I mean, bloody hell! If we get both, oh my word! But no, we're getting one. We're getting one. And I mean, Jesus, for me, I think he's too similar. Okay, he is a lot more elite than Eddie is, but they're pretty much the same sort of player.
I think Jesus seems to be able to. Yeah, I think Jesus can hold the ball up a bit better.
Yeah,
I think. But I think, if you get Jesus and Abraham, that is a front two, isn't it?
I mean, even if you sign Abraham and you don't sign Jesus, but you keep Eddie, Eddie will love Tammy with him.
Yeah.
Because he'll be like, lump the ball into him, he can head it down. You know, people used to slag him off, and I think Abraham's much better than him. But when Emil Heskey was at Liverpool with Michael Owen, Owen loved him because he knew he's going to head the ball to me, I'm going to get tap-ins.
Yeah.
You could do. I know we're not going to play 4-4-2 or 3-5-2, whatever way you want to go about. But if we were stuck and we needed it, especially like we said, we struggle with these low block sides who sit deep. You can't sit deep against Tammy Abraham.
No, he's because he'll head you to death.
Yeah.
or he'll run you if you're too high.
Exactly. I mean, for me, I think we do need a midfielder, even if Xhaka stays. I want Ruben Neves. I have for ages. We're not going to get him because Wolves hate us. Seen the Zinchenko link. I like it. Again, another winner. And Tielemans, I have reservations. I think that he's wanted to leave Leicester for a while.
Yeah.
So he's just down tools, and maybe as soon as he gets the move, he'll pick up again. But he's there already. I like we said earlier, he's not press resistant for me.
No, I'm not paying. I mean, what are the numbers they're talking for him?
25 to 30 million for him.
Yes, I think 25 is fair.
Yeah.
But what is he's on his last? Is it because he's on the last year of his contract? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 20. I certainly wouldn't pay any more than that for him.
No,
because I think he is a bit of a gamble.
Oh yeah, same.
Because like you say, he was incredible the first couple of years at Leicester, and then I think he's realised I could probably go to a better team here.
Yeah,
I could get more money as well.
I mean, we used to speak about him when he was at Monaco and he bashed us, didn't he? Do you remember that game when they knocked me and you were like, "Oh, he's a good player."
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think we should have signed him from Monaco, but
But yeah, I've still got reservations. But then again, I had reservations against Ramsdale, and I've been proven wrong. So we shall see. And then the other one for me that we've been linked with, and I'm like, yeah, please go and get, is that Hickey that's at Bologna.
Yeah,
the same club that Tomiyasu was at. He can play left and right back. So if you sign him, he can do both. Yeah. And honestly, Tom, I think he's brilliant.
Right. I've got to be honest, I've not really seen him.
No. I watch some Italian football. You know, I'm not as enthusiastic about it as I have been. But yeah, from the glimpses that I've seen, mate, I like the guy.
Yeah.
And their manager, mate, demands that you defend well. He does not have rubbish defending. So yeah, get him in for me because he's a wet dream player because he's multifaceted. He can do more than one role. Yeah. And Arteta loves that. Arteta loves that if you can do more than one thing.
I don't suppose he's too expensive, is he?
No.
Was he Scottish, isn't he? Scottish?
Yeah.
Oh God.
He's young and Scottish.
Another young Scottish fullback.
No. But
if he can play left and right,
yeah,
like you say, that is ideal.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, you know, if he is a good player, whatever, left and right, he's a good buy. Yeah. I do think Zinchenko's a good buy. Not a good buy, but yeah, he's a good signing.
Yeah.
Because he is.
This is what I like, Tom. Because get some young players.
Yeah,
I do feel you need the experience. I mean, Gundogan's been linked. Now, if you can get that done,
yeah,
wow,
yeah,
the lift that changing room gets for him would be massive.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we went short term before with your Louises and your Sheks and all, but these are smart, mate. These aren't like the ones that we got from Chelsea before. These are smart buys.
Yeah.
Because they're people that have been there, done it, wore the T-shirts, and they're coming in, you know, like you said, we haven't got any world-class players yet, but they could well be. These guys can push them along.
Yeah.
That's what I think we need to do. If we go out and buy 6 or 7 kids again,
yeah,
I'm going to be like, oh, mate, come on. We don't need kids. We don't need kids. We need some seasoned vets. I'm not talking about like 32-year-olds.
Yeah.
But just people that have been there, done it.
I just don't see how we can go to City and buy 3 of their players.
Oh, no, that's not happening.
It does seem like Jesus is. I know there's talk about Spurs or whatever.
No. I think he's set with us. I think he's well up for it. I think
the Zinchenko thing. I don't necessarily. I think he probably wants more game. I don't think Zinchenko would necessarily get more game time with us. I
think he would because we'll play him as a midfielder, and if Xhaka goes, he will slot in there because he's left-footed.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe that's
he'd be first team. He'd be first team if we. That's the only reason I can see him happening is that we're pretty much going to let Xhaka go.
Yeah. But then, do you really need Gundogan if you sign Zinchenko as a midfielder?
No.
Unless he's had.
I'm throwing out the people that have been named.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, long them all off and get Ruben Neves.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Yeah. Because I'm not his biggest fan, really.
He lifts that level up for me,
right?
Because he's got bite in him.
Yeah.
But he's a bit of a bastard. In a good way.
I think.
No, Spurs are linked with John McGinn, right? Yeah. That guy, he's another one.
Oh, they'd be fuming though if they signed John McGinn.
They wouldn't because they'll love him because he's like that Højbjerg. He's a shitbag, Tom. He's just a shitbag. They'll love him. They'll fall in love with him. You watch. If Spurs sign John McGinn,
yeah.
They will be talking about how much they will love him. These are people that used to praise Alan Hutton, Tom, because he kicked people.
Yeah. True.
They'll love John McGinn up there. They'll absolutely love him.
Up there.
They'll love him.
They love him up north.
Yeah.
North London.
Yeah. Middlesex maybe, but yeah. I know. Is there? I know this is a long video. Is there anything else, Tom, that you want to add before we shoot off into the sunset? Is there anything else that you feel we haven't covered?
I think just I think there's some Arsenal fans out there. Just put your egos to one side. We didn't like Arteta. I remember sitting here doing videos with you going, get rid of him, he's rubbish. But you know what? I think I've changed my mind.
Yeah.
I think
and you're allowed to do that as well. That's another thing, Arsenal fans. You are allowed to change.
You can change your mind.
All this about you've got to blindly back everything. North London, for my blood runs through the stone. Enough.
There wasn't a clear strategy at the start. I don't know what they were doing, getting Willian and all that in, but they seem to have got their act together. They got the young players through. We've got a really good core of young players. I think if they can add to it properly, I think he gets unless next season goes proper tits up, then you have to cut. I think you have to then say it's not worked out.
Oh, he's finito if he doesn't do it next year.
I think for me, he's got the whole of next season. I don't think you do sack him midway through the season. So I think there will be times next season when we're rubbish for a few games. But
I've accepted that.
Yeah. But you just have to see, can we win more games or we go behind? Can we dig in a bit and draw a few more games? Can we not lose double figures?
You bear in mind, theoretically we've not really had a striker for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
What can we do when we have a striker? That's the other big question. What are we going to do?
That's it. So I think, just stop arguing. Just stop arguing with each other. Yeah. You're embarrassing us.
Yeah.
And just say, do you know what? I'm going to trust the process for this season.
Yeah.
See how the summer goes.
If only it was that
See
easy.
How the season, yeah.
It was that easy.
See how the season goes. I think people will be upset if we don't get top 4 next season. I won't be, because I think it's going to be tough. I think, like you say, there's four good teams that finished above us, and I think they deservedly finished above us, as much as it pains me to say it. I think United, surely they cannot be this bad again. So I think the top 6 is back. I think it's going to be tough. So keep on trucking.
Yeah, that's a good way to end it. Keep on. Arsenal FC.
Keep on trucking.
Mikel Arteta, the Cronkies, Vinay, Edu, keep on trucking. Because
whatever that means.
They have got nowhere to hide.
No.
It is, like you said, it is shit or bust.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. It's all or nothing.
Yeah.
Which is literally ironic. Yeah. Because I suppose that'll be out soon.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah. Still going to watch it.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to watch it.
I might fast forward where the games are, because I don't want to watch them again, and just go to the bits where it's the changing rooms and everything, like where they're showing the actual matches. Skipping it. Yeah,
I just can't wait to see who are the players who are talking in the dressing room.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing.
And all this Aubameyang stuff. How is it going to be handled? Like, how is that going to be shown?
Yeah. I think Arteta's going to look really good.
Oh, of course he is. And the Cronkies, they're going to look like they're here all the time. We're so busy.
Yeah, but I think he's going to look really good, or just like a massive arsehole.
Yeah.
But
I feel he might be a bit Brenty. I think he's going to come across as you're a nice guy, but you're useless. Yeah.
Lots to look forward to.
No, all right, man. Well, appreciate your time tonight, Tom. If you've liked that, then obviously leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll be back. It'll be a shorter video next time, I promise.
And also, if you would like this in just audio form,
yes,
could you please tell us how to do that? And we will do that. We will do that for you.
Yeah,
and put it on some sort of streaming service, so you don't have to listen to YouTube. You don't have to buy the YouTube Premium or whatever it is, so you can listen to videos
or look at our faces.
Yeah.
Although I think we're looking quite well, I must say.
A bit pale. I've had a nice haircut. Got a wedding tomorrow to go to.
No haircut for me, my friend. No haircut for me. Yeah. Long past that. Anyway, no, thanks again, Tom, and thanks everybody else. Take care.